These questions from an A-level paper 2, these are just thinking about, it's a slightly different way perhaps of putting some of our data representation ideas and also mixing it with comms, communications. So we've got our particular communication system, 8 different voltage levels are used to encode the value of a group of bits. So we've got eight levels of voltage. So the first question that they're asking us here, given the 8 different voltage levels are used, how many bits can be in a group? So all we're doing is thinking about in our binary idea, as we've done before, to think about how many bits we can use. So how many patterns should I say? So if we have 3 ones, that is of course 7. And then we've got the 0 idea as well. So there are 8 patterns in 3 bits. So if we obviously add our idea of the next value as an 8, then you can see that it's the next value on is going to be the equivalent to the number of patterns we can get in the preceding number of bits, and that works across all of our binary numbers. So we've got 8 patterns, 3 bits is the answer to that question. So we just need to write 3, so we need to do. So then the baud rate for this system is 500 baud. So baud rate, that's the number of symbols per second. So we know we've got 3 symbols. So if it's 500 baud, 500 symbols per second, what is the bit rate? Well, it's 500 times 3. So it's 1500 bits. So let's write in 1500. That's all we need to do in there. So the thing to remember on that one is that baud rate is symbols per second, and we've got 3 symbols here, 3 binary symbols that we're sending. So if the baud rate's 500, we're sending 500 of those bit groups per second, which is 1500 individual bits. So then we've just got to select the lozenge one here. So it shows figure 3, so it shows 3 suggested relationships between bandwidth and bit rate. So again, the bandwidth is a measure of how much the channel can take, or indeed a measure of the baud rate of a channel, and bit rate is directly related to that. So because there's a direct linear relationship, it's going to be B. So I'll show you the lozenge B, because what I would do if it would allow me to do so. So we'll shade lozenge B. Try that again. It's not behaving itself, but not to worry. We shaded the lozenge. It's B. So 3 very short questions. They're only single mark questions, but this concept, the idea of baud rate as being the number of symbols, it's a slightly different way of thinking about, or at least it being described, the idea of how many symbols can we get into a binary bit pattern.